It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Pistons come into town for this one. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. Now here's Rose. Noah the screen. Rose attacking. Can't get it to go. And Detroit the other way now.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
And now the Knicks on the break. Good on the shot. Lee's got the first basket of the game for the Knicks.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. There's the dish to Caldwell Pope. Lets it go from 14. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got his first 2 points.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Here's Rose out to Lee. From outside the arc. Lee with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Harris dishes to Caldwell Pope. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Morris. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
No luck. It's a tie game in New York. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K. And before the game, Star Center Joakim Noah talked about the intensity of this Chicago Bulls team. You know, I think Joakim can certainly make a case, Clark, for Chicago being that famished five, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his 2 rings, the way he left things in L.A., that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Thomas is out there with Anthony. Then there's Noah. Then there's Jennings. And it's Lee in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
You guys, you know, Cantavius Caldwell-Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
And Anthony sends it back. And we're about a minute into the second quarter play. 0-1 near Jennings as he lets it fly. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Jennings has got 5 points so far. Morris passes to Drummond. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Outside Jackson. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
It only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
It's Anthony with the drive. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Detroit lead by 3. Here's Harris. He goes strong with the one-handed jam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Morris against Anthony. Plenty of space. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
And that one's good.
That is so tough to defend. He'll cross you over in a nanosecond. That move is next to unstoppable.
Here's Jackson, powered down with both hands.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough hill for the and a pretty tight.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. Nothing seemed. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is a.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Tobias Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the 5.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old hope on one-hander.
Rose with another miss. And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high at 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from 3 the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, monster improvement in accuracy from long range.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Jackson drives in, and he gets it to go.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Craig, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
Here's Anthony. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Noah. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Lee. There's the feed to Morris. Goes up from the top of the key. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Rose against Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. A finish. Finishes the break with a slam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pistons lead by 10. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Thomas. And it's Rose, and it's Boomer, and it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Over to the wing. O'Quinn dishes to Rose. Boomer. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Here's Rose. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
On up the court. Rebound, Detroit. They've led by as much as 10.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Knicks trail by 7.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
And a big-time jam like this.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA great. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
Time call here. The Knicks to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
And Drummond kicks to Morris. Back to Drummond. Sinks that one from the post.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're losing by 7. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Yeah, and even if they get it and then get a quick foul, I'm not sure there's enough time even under that scenario.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Rob. Taken away by Anthony.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Outside Jennings, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
15 seconds left in the game. And here's Jennings outside. New York, no good that time either. Lure the pass to Smith. Lets it go with a 3. Can't connect. And so the Pistons take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team.